Selamat datang di Main Golf Yuk. Kita balik lagi ke Leadbetter. Kita mau kasih hadiah buat Coach Wei. Kemarin Mid M sudah menunjukkan sesuatu yang positif. Coach Wei,
Hello.
good morning. I bring you something. Not bad, ya?
Thank you. Not bad.
71-74.
Overall,
Second. Just 3 behind the leader. And satu hal yang saya senang banget karena improvementnya tuh benar-benar amazing.
impact was much better.
Much better.
More confidence.
Distance kan kalau misalkan teman-teman udah nonton video sebelumnya, 8 iron yang harusnya bisa 150, 145, kemarin di Trackman kan cuma 128, 130.
Iya.
Itu turun banget kan.
Yep.
Kemarin itu udah normal lagi.
Back to normal. That's
Cuma
good.
emang kontrol club face-nya masih kadang-kadang
Buka.
a bit to the right, a
Okay.
bit to the left. Dan yang kayaknya hari ini saya pengen coba betulin driver.
Okay.
Karena driver itu untungnya kemarin di garing raya kan dari biru. Using 5 wood is fine.
Not
Because
such a
it's
long
not-
course.
Yes. But I only use driver 4 times. the
Yeah.
round.
Okay.
So I think I need to get back my driver. Anything rhythm or technically.
Did you use the driver 4 times at it because you weren't confident, or did you
Yes.
use it? Okay.
I have no confidence at all with my driver.
Okay.
Because last week it's always the tendency is
Hooking. Low hook, right?
Low
Yeah.
hook. So
Okay.
let's figure it out.
Okay. But not bad compared to.
Pasti ya, setiap kali sesi memang kita hari ini pengen fokus di driver, tapi alangkah baiknya kalau kita pemanasan, karena driver kita akan pakai banyak power. Jadi pastiin semuanya siap supaya dapat hasil yang maksimal juga setiap sesinya. How important is stretching warm up
Yeah.
for every session?
Definitely to prevent injuries, to prevent, it's like, let's say if we start exercising at it, let's say running,
Yeah.
I don't think the first thing we do is immediately we sprint and run, right? Yeah, so I think like same concept.
Same concept,
Yeah, and I think the best stretches or warm up would be to do like you are doing now, wedges, and probably just many practice swings without the ball, just 2 clubs, stretches.
So do you think if we are practicing normally, do you think 100 balls is enough?
Definitely.
Really?
But if every ball has to be like all the 100 balls there is something that you're trying to work on and achieve, not just hitting the ball for the sake of hitting the ball, right?
Iya, tapi bener sih. Ini banyak banget yang kalau kita lihat di beginner sekarang ya. Wah, kemarin abis driving 300 bola, 500 bola gitu. Kalau gue cuma mikir kayak, gila nggak capek ya? Capek. Tapi they keep doing that. They
Yeah.
keep hitting 300 to 500 balls. Nah, I think Coach Wei was correct. Mungkin 300, 500 pukul aja ya, nggak ada meaningnya gitu ya.
Quality, I think quality over quantity, right?
Okay.
The best is if you can hit 300, Alit.
Yeah.
But every ball is quality, and quality meaning you are thinking about what you want to achieve with the swing, with the golf ball, and not easy, man, to hit 300.
It's very tiring ya.
300, yeah, definitely, and it's gonna take you like a long time. So unless you have that, unless you're full, like maybe like if we see like, let's say Joey, Kevin, and all, they would hit a lot of golf balls, but they already they know what they are trying to work on and all, and that's their full-time job, let's say.
Benar. Karena itu full time job mereka jadi punya waktu yang lebih panjang juga gitu kan. Tapi bayangin kalau misalkan kalian nonton, Tiger Woods mukul 1000 bola, ya mungkin itu satu hari.
Yeah,
full,
the whole day,
Nggak cuma
basically.
kayak kalian yang ada waktu 2 jam terus harus mukul 300 bola.
Too many, right? Just too many. So 100 balls, 2 hours, 100 balls. I think it's a good ratio.
Okay.
Yeah. Quality all the time.
Kalian sih udah bisa mukul. Tuh, suaranya beda kan?
Different.
Yeah.
And your finish, do you realize your finish also looks different? Like,
Kemarin kayak lebih
it's less of, and because, hold it again, right? So because we said that we want to feel this, right? The only way to keep bringing the hands and the club is like the body has to keep turning. turning through, right?
Yeah.
But if you just let this go, the body don't have to do anything,
Sana, ya?
or probably it moves to your right side. And then this
Jangan-jangan
one.
ini yang bikin drivernya hook.
Maybe. For sure. If you do this with the driver, for sure hook.
Kita coba ya.
For sure hook. Yeah.
Ini untuk ngebantu alignment ya.
Yeah. I think just to always make sure, because the first thing that will run normally, I mean, you can put it there, you can put the ball on the inside, but normally when we practice on the driving range, we don't really focus on alignment too much, right? But you just follow the carpet, right? And then sometimes it runs with like you might aim 1 meter, 1 meter, 2 meters off every day. You don't realize. Next thing you know, you're aiming 10 meters off. But you feel like you're still aiming straight, but that's the first thing that normally runs for good golfers is the alignment, the setup, posture.
Because sometimes we tend to aiming based on the carpet.
Carpet, exactly. We just follow the carpet only. But
apalagi kan ini karpetnya ke sana.
Correct.
Dan kita arahnya ke 200.
So now this is weird because or else you hit it too long and let you go inside the golf course already there.
Kita akan pukul 3 bola dan kita akan lihat datanya. Arah sih oke, tapi kenanya nggak enak. Bola pertama.
I think it's going about 150, right?
Ya.
Alignment wise, yeah.
Kayaknya agak di atas banget deh kenanya. Rasanya ya.
On top of the face, very much.
Satu bola lagi. Let's see the data.
That's not bad, right? Oh,
kena.
That landed on the thing. Okay, the thing was only set a bit later. Sorry, right? But let's see. Based on this data, what do you see? What the numbers, right? So club speed, ball speed, smash. That's not bad. 1.45 for a driver. Can be higher.
This has to be positive, right?
I mean, not saying it has to, but if you're more positive, then you're swinging more from the inside.
Okay.
When you were hooking it and all, was it straight hook or left and hook already? Left and hook. This is pull hook, right? So when you pull hook, it means your club face is really shut. That's really close, and you're swinging like super. You're swinging out to in, and your club face is like really, really shut. Right? So the ball's probably just gonna start left, and just probably like this is still okay, right? This is still sustained. The ball still sustained, but I think if that club face gets more shut, the ball's gonna go left and dive even more to the left side. So do you think it's fixing the club face or fix the club path? I think. Would you be happy if you hit push draw, meaning the ball starts a bit? Okay, which one are you more comfortable with actually? A more start left fade or start right and draw? Fade, right?
For me,
You're more comfortable with the fade, right? Yeah. You can see by your club path. Let's try some where we hit a little bit, start the ball right and curve it to the left side.
So trying to make a draw?
Trying to make a draw, but not a straight draw, a push draw, right?
Okay.
And how do we make a push draw? How do we make... Okay, first of all, what makes the ball push, meaning start right?
Going from here?
That makes the ball start right?
Yeah.
No. Makes the ball start right is the club face needs to be open.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. And then...
Itu aja udah salah. Okay.
Yeah, most people the opposite, right? So you want the ball start right, start left, it's club face, wherever the club face is pointing. So that's why I think what we worked on from our last session, trying to hold off that face a little bit, that immediately gets the ball starting right.
Okay.
So even if you swing it out to in, tapi your club face is open, your ball's still gonna start to the right side. So club face first, how do we get it more from the inside? We need to probably feel like we're coming more from this way instead of
Okay.
That's your normal one, right?
Yeah.
A bit more. Same as your iron, the last one. Yeah. So just visualizing that draw a little bit, it's very important as well. There we go. That's a nice push draw.
Iya, itu bagus push draw.
Yeah, that's a nice push draw.
Okay.
Yeah, and you look, immediately the ball. So your club path immediately neutralizes, right?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Langsung.
Like that's perfect, right?
Carry-nya juga langsung ya.
Carry just went up by like 13 meters, let's just say 13-14 meters. Yeah.
Okay.
That's nice. That's carry. I mean, total. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't. But that looks good. How do we get more probably efficiency? Okay. Didn't detect where the point of contact was, but let's say launch is still. I mean, I think that I'll take that launch 14 is just a little bit
High?
just a little higher than your than what ideal optimum should be. But I think that's not bad. I think that's pretty optimal.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you try to feel different on that swing?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, jadi kalau teman-teman nonton video yang sebelumnya, itu kan Coach Wei minta gue untuk ngelakuin lebih compressing ya.
Yeah.
Tapi waktu pakai driver tuh somehow ada rasa yang, do I also have to do that on the driver or not?
Correct. Because
Yes.
driver is we're hitting.
Exactly.
It
That's
feels
why
like it, right?
last time I played the mid-am, I don't use too much driver
Okay.
because I was still
A bit
confused.
confused. Yeah.
Because we're not talking about this.
Yeah, we didn't talk about the driver. Just got your iron ball
Yeah.
striking better. But it's the same feel. But how come for the driver, Elliot? How come for the driver? Yeah, I mean, even if you do this, but because the ball can on the left side, don't you think you will already hit it upwards?
Okay.
Yeah, if the ball's on the right and you do this, then of course you hit more
Yeah.
down. But
Yeah.
then because the ball's on the left, you're gonna
already
hit.
picking up, yeah.
It's already picking upwards, and your attack angle was like 1.9, hitting up, right? So you're already hitting it upwards, right? So that's good. Same feel. Let's see what happens.
Ah, ini dia nih.
Okay, this is the miss.
This is a miss.
This is the miss, yeah? It just snaps. It just
Yeah.
snaps. Low, left. It doesn't really carry very far.
Yeah.
Based on data,
Yeah.
looks pretty good.
Okay.
Right? Club path is neutral. Club face is neutral. Ball probably just dive.
Yeah.
Okay, so honestly, based on this data, actually your golf ball shouldn't really snap so much, but probably maybe point of contact. The closer you are to the toe, right, the more the ball hooks.
Okay.
The closer you hit it to the toe, the more the golf ball hooks a little bit. But based on that, the numbers, the swing was actually pretty good.
Okay. So can I just feel that I put the club more
To the heel.
Yeah,
I mean
more to the heel.
that's a good feel to have. Just if you're assuming, let's say you have tournaments to play, yeah.
Okay. Wah, ini enak banget.
That was good.
Ini enak
That's
ya.
good. Yeah, that was good. So this is like Brooks Koepka, you know, the Netflix, the full swing, you know, on season 1 or whatever. His path is like -2.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rory is definitely positive inside out because he likes to play the draw, but Brooks likes to play a fade. Brooks Koepka, so he's minus a little bit. Nothing wrong as long as you're within that range. 0 is the best, Alit. If you can keep doing 0, is the best. But having said that, 0 means the ball will probably be pretty straight, right?
Yeah.
But honestly, you see them play, and if you walk through the mindset of them playing, they're not trying to hit a straight ball.
Okay.
We're trying to shape it into the either draw or fade a little bit.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, I haven't swung it like
Max out.
Max out.
Okay.
So, am I okay to trying to
Go higher.
higher with the club speed? And let's see the
Yep. Let's try that. Let's try that.
Because, yeah, as you know, yeah,
Hmm.
I'm a very defensive player.
You okay? As we talk
Yeah.
about that
So,
day, right? Yeah.
Maybe characterly, I'm someone who's really not aggressive.
Okay.
So every tournament, I was only focused on how to make this ball stays on the fairway.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
not the one who how to reach this par 4 on the first shot.
Okay.
So maybe the reason why my club speed is only there,
It's because you always
it's not because I'm not able to do that, the faster one.
you
but-
can, yeah, but maybe you don't feel fully in control.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if we want to create more speed, what should we do?
I would say for you, wait, sorry, yeah, the thing just went, the trackman crashed. Okay, speed. So your normal speed is, let's say 10 something,
Yeah.
102, maybe 101, 102. There's a couple of ways, but most people would nowadays. I think the very common one is like they're saying use ground force, right? Ground force. I don't think we need to think too much about that.
Okay.
Majority of higher level golfers like yourself, Alit, creating speed would be a lot more from what we would call arm speed, where the arms are really moving a lot quicker. A lot of people think that the body has to be moving faster. Not really, because the body for a high level golfer is already moving good enough. It's just that we need more arm speed. So the feel would be, your feel is you're gonna feel like the club is probably dropping in position here first, right? Then from here, let's get the arms moving much faster on the way through.
Drop
Down and faster. Right, yeah. So feels like there's a delay and drop and go through. That's why, let's say Phil Mickelson or those long drive players, you look, Phil Mickelson hits it long way, right? After they hit it, they always look like they have this like that little kind of rebound or spring back, because their arms are just moving so fast, not so much body speed. So let's try arm speed. Let's just touch on it a little bit, like arm speed feel, see what happens from there.
This is quite new for me.
Okay,
Because last time I was trying to hit faster.
yeah.
I always focus on the
Lower?
rotation and lower body.
And lower body, yeah. To me, because remember, where should the club be moving the fastest? Like, as in the club should be moving the fastest into the ball here, right?
Yeah.
Not up here, right? Yeah. So yeah, maybe that you say like you get body going faster. Not a problem. Is the only thing is if the club is not in the slot or in position, then you have to slow down to put the club back in position. You eventually lose speed as well. So I would say just try to feel somewhere. Okay, you're putting
Jadi
it
sampai sini masih kayak santai aja.
fairly relaxed, yeah, fairly santai, yeah. And then from there, hand speed.
Nggak tahu deh datanya gimana, tapi gue ngerasain lebih enak.
That was
jauh.
good. That was good. I mean, your club speed is about the same, but your ball speed looks a bit faster, like 151.
Okay.
So you're hitting it up all the time, consistently. Right?
Okay.
That's good. It's an opposite miss of your normal, which is not bad. And your club face, I think, would be open slightly. Yeah, slight open, which means your left, like you said, that just now miss was like left, right?
Yeah.
Your club face tends to be probably a little bit more close, club path out to in. This is pretty damn good. Right? This one looks like it's club path negative 0.4 and your club face just a bit open. Not bad. Hand speed. Let's feel like we go all the way to the top of the backswing. Good. I mean, almost feels like body's doing nothing. That's the feel, and then from here everything just turns and hand speed, right? Try. Let's see what happens.
Speednya berasa.
104.3. That's your fastest. This one, 104.3. Ball speed is faster. Carry went 240. This is your furthest. Right?
It feels not too controllable, but the result
But
is okay.
it's still there, right? Yeah. Probably because we don't dare, and I'm not saying you should do this every single shot on the golf course, right? But at least you have it, you know what to do if quite long par 5 or you have a chance for one on par 4, something like that. I think nothing wrong with doing that. Yeah. So go top of backswing. all the way top of backswing. Good. And it really feels like it's just pulling arms down. Pull the arms down without the body doing much, right? That's the feel. You're putting it in position first. Then from here, of course, arms, of course, body will, everything will turn and follow, right? But the last thing we want is go all the way to the top of the backswing. The last thing we want is from here, everything fires and you turn through and all. Then you're not really in, your hands and club is not moving in the right kind of path, which means sometimes too much outside. And for you, yeah.
Malah gitu ya.
That's why your club path earlier was quite high negative out to in.
Jadi
I
dari
feel
atas rasanya kayak turunin aja dulu ya.
Yeah, just pull it down first and then let's see from there.
Wah, gila nih.
That's way faster, I think.
I think the ball speed is
More powerful?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ball is taking off a little bit more. So just carrying 242.
Okay.
What would you like to carry it at? What would you be happy if you carry? What's your normal distance, Alit?
Now,
Yeah, okay.
around 240,
Total.
245,
Total.
250 total.
Okay.
But I think
It's
last time
Yeah.
maybe a year ago,
mm.
I can swing it like with the club speed around 105, 106,
Okay.
107.
That's
But now it's decreasing.
dropping.
Maybe because of the injury that I
Possible.
had.
Then you have to.
But when I was injured, I was focused on how to. Maybe the smash factor is very high because I was
Slower, but
trying to meet
good
efficient,
contact,
eh?
right? Good efficiency, right? Yeah, that's fine because smash factor means the ball speed is very high, right? So you'd probably still get it done. But I think, like you said, that playing on a bit more defensive and all, which, as we talked about earlier just now, defensive on the golf course is normally not so good.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm not saying offensive or attack all the way is good, but definitely no holding back.
yeah.
There must be a time to be a bit safe play. There must be a time to like just free flow, go for it.
Yeah.
But if you're like trying to protect and defense,
Yeah, so yesterday, when I was trying to be more defensive, I got 2 doubles,
yeah,
and after I felt like,
like okay,
I already
just
I
lost it,
already
right?
lost
Yeah.
this match, and I
And then you end up playing pass and birdie.
1 under or 2 under.
Yeah, exactly. So.
but that was too late.
So I'm not saying like you should be like all the way attack and aggressive, but there should be times where like, and defensive meaning like, okay, now there's like approaching the green, it's like left is water, right is bunker, short is safe. Then you may be thinking, okay, maybe the best, and if you're holding a 6 iron, 5 iron, maybe it's like, okay, maybe best even if I hit it well, or so it's just it will reach the front of the green. That's the safest part. Then you look at it. But if not, if it's you're feeling good, you're playing well, it should just be looking at the green and go for it basically. Yeah.
Ini adalah salah satu hal yang paling gue suka latihan sama Coach Wei. Terlepas dari kita hari ini ngebahas soal driver, teknik tuh, tapi kita juga, Coach Wei juga nanya kemarin di lapangan kayak gimana, apa yang dirasain. Dia minta kita terbuka sama game kita. Jangan-jangan bukan masalah teknikal ya, masalah di sini yang bermasalah kan?
Definitely, yeah.
Jadi mungkin kalian harus kesini dan harus ngobrol banyak sama tukang sulap ini, the magician. Dan oke, last 2 balls ya. Let's see what happen ya. Tapi snap hooknya udah hilang sih.
Yeah, looks like it. The more you try to stay away from the snap hook, the worse it gets, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, feel like you're dropping it in there first and then go through.
Ya ke kiri lagi loh.
And you're going at it like you are aggressively going at it. Yeah.
Soalnya dulu ya, kalau ngerasain pengen swing kayak gitu takut ke kiri.
Correct.
Hari ini kayak gitu,
And you go-
lurus-lurus aja.
The more, right, law of attraction, right? I mean, whatever you are scared of, normally, like imagine I said, if I keep telling you, Alit, don't think of the snap hook. Don't worry, don't think of the snap hook. The only thing you're thinking about is the snap hook, right? Yeah. So change. I think the more you are afraid of it, the more it's gonna happen. Generally,
The more we are afraid of
water. Or yeah. Like don't go in the water. The more higher chance it's gonna go in the water. Yeah.
apakah kalian sering mengalami hal tersebut? Oke, 1 bola lagi.
Let's do a good one.
Kita lihat nanti hasilnya. Jadi dari sini normal, bantai. Tuh nggak ke kiri lagi, weh.
Yeah, nothing.
Bolanya juga launch-nya enak banget loh.
Higher. Looks like it's launching. High is carrying. I think you're gonna carry like 244. Carry 244. Your total you said was 250, and it's not just one ball. The last couple of golf balls 240,
Ini naik,
244,
ini naik ya.
24. Ball speed has gone up a lot. Yeah. Unfortunately, the 140 something. Yeah. One now.
Seperti biasa di setiap sesi. Terima kasih Shiki.
We look like Chinese, those kung fu Chinese.
Jadi ini sesi kedua bersama Coach Wei. Yang pasti road to Asia Pacific Mid-Am in June. Dan kita baru ketemu satu kali. Next weeknya udah langsung ada turnamen Mid-Am. Jujur banyak yang di Instagram gak percaya. A week before we met, I still played 85 and 82 at Pondok Cabe.
Okay.
Pondok Cabe,
What's
which a course, which a very wide course.
Okay. And you still play
And
82.
I'm the past club champion there, so I knew the course really well, and I can still play.
And that was a tournament, 85, 82?
No.
Okay.
It's just like a normal. But
Okay.
yeah, maybe in our level, yeah.
Sure.
Every practice round is just feels like a serious game.
Sure.
Kan?
Yeah, of course. Because we're
Jadi,
playing for score, right? Yeah.
Last time was very frustrating. That's why I went to you. And the week after itu benar-benar langsung dari 85 71. Jadi itu data yang ngomong. Percaya nggak percaya? Kalau misalkan mau lebih percaya, langsung aja kontak Coach Wei di Leadbetter Golf Academy BSD. Sampai jumpa di video berikutnya. And golf yuk.
Main golf yuk.